Morning and welcome back to the Livingston Parish News Morning Show. My name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you guys joining us this morning. If you're watching us live on Facebook, thank you for that. Remember, it stays on our page so you can watch it whenever, wherever. We are already having, there we go, already having some issues this morning. So, do appreciate you guys joining us. If you're watching us on Facebook, thank you for that. Please remember, it does stay on our page. If you're watching us elsewhere, we do upload these shows to www.livingstonparishnews.com/podcast. You can check them out there. We have audio and video versions, and it is free. So, lucky you. Today, we're looking at some pretty good traffic, actually, here on a Friday. I-12 is flowing. Minor delays on your on-ramps. Minor delays at 4H Club Road, River Road, and 190, with traffic pretty much flowing on 64 heading into Central. So not bad today. Looking like an easy commute if you're heading into Baton Rouge. Weather today, 78 degrees is your current temperature. 92 your high, so we're going to have a hot one. It's going to be a little warm today. No rain, at least as of right now. Might get some spot showers. You know how it is here in Louisiana. But as of right now, high of 92, probably heat index around 95, 96. 75 is going to be your overnight low tomorrow. We do apologize for not being here yesterday morning. Carter's was going to have a groundbreaking for their facility that's coming up here, actually just north of our office, at the corner of Hatchell and Cockram. There it is. Sorry about that. And the rain pushed that back. They had to have it yesterday morning at 8 a.m., so I was up there taking pictures and such. We are going to be doing a little more deep dive on the purchase of the land and that kind of thing. Expect that next week as we talk with both the Carters, the family, the Canes behind Carters, as well as the Hands who sold them the land. So again, Carters is building a new 31,000 square foot grocery store at the corner of Hatchell. Oh, having some trouble this morning. At the corner of Hatchell and Cockram. It will also be a multi-tenant development, so there's going to be several other businesses there that they'll be leasing out to. They're also going to keep their building at the corner of Lockhart and Cockram, and they're going to lease that out as well. Earlier in the week, Livingston Young Professionals, in conjunction with the Livingston Parish Chamber of Commerce, announced the 2020 Livingston Future 5 class. Those 5 are Brooke LaBar, a realtor here in Denham Springs. Man, I'm having internet trouble this morning. Ooh, give it a second there. Brooke LaBar, a realtor here in Denham Springs. Jonathan J.T. Taylor, the assistant director at the Livingston Parish Tourism Department. He is from Livingston. He's also a candidate for mayor of Livingston. Lindsay Barleycorn of Our Lady of the Lake. She does dietary nutrition. She is from Denham Springs. Ross Kinchin, president of the Kinchin Group, which is an engineering and surveying group out in Albany. So he is from Albany. You're also looking at Chad Foster, the CEO of Gator Millworks. Heard a lot about Gator Millworks in the news lately. Looking forward to getting into their new facility. He is from Denham Springs. Getting into your coronavirus statistics for the day, 114,481 cases, 3,811 deaths, 1,317,390 tests. There have been 74,246 recoveries across the state, 1,524 hospitalizations and 205 ventilators. So those hospitalizations are looking good. That ventilator number not so great. So got to keep an eye on that as we go forward. In Livingston Parish, 2,521 cases, 48 deaths on 23,867 tests. Yesterday, the governor had a COVID-19 press conference in which he said, don't expect phase 2 to end next week. Of course, we are expecting an announcement earlier in the week with a new proclamation coming out Friday. According to his press conference yesterday, he is expecting phase 2, along with the mitigation efforts that come with it, to continue past that date. That includes bar closures, mask mandates, and limited indoor seating for restaurants. Now, a lot of these recommendations have come from the federal task force in Washington, D.C., tasked with working with states on their coronavirus response. And according to the governor, he continues to talk to those ladies and gentlemen up there in Washington, D.C., and they continue to recommend tighter restrictions. However, they do not recommend going backwards, so he's going to try to keep phase 2 in effect for the time being. Things may change between now and his announcement next week. We will see. As we've seen over the last couple of days, the new cases are dropping on a day-to-day basis. And as we've seen over the past couple of days, new cases are dropping. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm not entirely sure what's going on with the internet here at the office this morning. I do apologize for some of these lag outs that we're having. Speaking of Phase 2, of course, Livingston Parish Public Schools are looking to start in Phase 2, and it looks like that's about where things are going to begin. Again, that is a hybrid learning environment where you will have certain kids going to school certain days. 1 week your child may go 3 days, the next week they may go 2. You can find whether they are an A or B student, either A day or B day, on their schedule as it's released in Power School. Man, I do not know what's wrong with the internet today, guys. I am really sorry that we keep having some of these lag issues. Please remember to check your kid's schedule on Power School to make sure that you find out exactly which day your student will be going to school. Of course, Superintendent Joe Murphy recommends that you continue to call your school to try to get an answer regarding, when your child needs to come for lunch on the days off. Whether or not your child will be doing virtual school, and whether or not you will need technology at home and connectivity assistance. So please remember, those questions are whether or not your child's going to be in virtual school, whether or not, when your child will come to school, whether it's A or B day, if you can't find that on the schedule, when your child's supposed to come for lunch on the days off, because they will be feeding kids. And the final questions is connectivity issues. If you need help at home, they're going to have forms for you to fill out, but they're going to try to help you with internet connectivity and device connectivity. So please keep that in mind. We did sit down with Superintendent Joe Murphy on Wednesday, and we did a podcast discussing some of the things, some of the guidelines released by the CDC on why it is good for schools to reopen and for kids to go back to school. We recommend you check that out. You can find it at www.livingstonparishnews.com/podcast. It's a full list of the CDC kind of covers a lot of different things. It is, it's very healthy for these kids to either be involved in school, even virtually, but it's especially important in a lot of different factors, and we recommend you go check out that podcast to learn all about them. As we said, I guess, that the whole child is one of the things that we discussed during the podcast, and school is about building an entire child with health, knowledge, social skills, and those sorts of things. So please remember, sending your kid back to school in one way, shape, or form is always important. And of course, if you have to do the virtual option, if that is your choice, it's always important to try to find a way to get those other things that they would normally get in school at home. Good nutrition, getting them outside, getting them playing, and getting them talking with, and keeping them talking with friends, keeping them connected with those friends. There have been more than 1.4 million, 1.4 million new claims for unemployment. So unemployment still continues to grow, even with those unemployment benefits running out. Now the unemployment numbers run a week behind, so we are going to see exactly as unemployment benefits are now canceled as of today, and we're not sure where they're going to go from here. That's still being debated in Washington, D.C. We'll see how many of those people return to work. Of course, there was about 57,000 people in the Baton Rouge area who remain unemployed as of last week, so we're going to see if those folks will continue to try to find work, or if they will stay unemployed and are waiting for new unemployment benefits. So time will tell on that one. GDP countrywide fell 33% in the second quarter. Some of that was expected. We'll see what kind of bounce back we have, especially with a new stimulus coming out hopefully sometime in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I know a lot of people would like for unemployment benefits, even at a reduced level, to continue. I know that there are some people that are looking forward to the stimulus. I know that there are some people who just have their fingers crossed that the stimulus will come out and will be helpful for the country. So we will see where the Senate and Congress end up. There is a congressional bill that's bigger than the Senate, although the Senate does cover a lot of the bases. So they're going to be going back and forth on that one. And folks, I really am sorry about the internet this morning. I am not sure what's going on. I'm not sure why I'm kind of in and out on this one. One last time with your coronavirus statistics: 114,481 cases, 3,811 deaths, 1,317,390 tests, 74,246 have recovered on 1,524 hospitalizations, 205 ventilators currently in use. In Livingston Parish, 2,521 cases, 48 deaths on 23,867 tests. Don't forget your mitigation efforts. Wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds or more. Wear a mask in public if at all possible. Actually, no, that's a mandate now. Let me start over. Wash your hands for 20 seconds or more with soap and water. Wear a mask in public. It is a mandate. 6 feet or more of distance between yourself and others. Control your cough and sneezing with an elbow or a tissue. Don't touch your face, my favorite one, and preferably with your elbow, by the way, on controlling your cough. 25 or less to a gathering, and stay home if you're sick, and utilize telehealth to get in touch with your doctor, and stay home to work if at all possible. This morning with your traffic, I-12 is flowing, which is a great sign for folks. There are minor on-ramp delays and minor delays at 64 heading into Central, as well as minor delays on 4-H Club Road, River Road, and 190. It's currently 78 degrees. 92 degrees is your high today. 95 with that heat index. 75 degrees your overnight low. It's going to be sunny. Might get some spot showers this afternoon. You know how the weather is here. But for the most part, not looking for any thunderstorms. One last time, my name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you guys joining us for the Livingston Parish News Morning Show. Please remember to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. We are once a week in print on Thursdays. That is $7 a month to get that in your mailbox. We're also online, www.livingstonparishnews.com. We have a podcast page, which is free. We have a coronavirus page, which is free. And we have a breaking news page, which is free. We do hope you guys have a great weekend. Again, I apologize for not being here yesterday, but we were at that Carter's groundbreaking. Looking forward to their new facility up there. But we are back on schedule. We will be back with you Monday. Hope you have a great weekend. Please stay safe, and we will see you Monday morning.